two, three, let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Adjacent with Jace, the tabletop interview and review show for the Adventures in Athoria, brought to you by the Black Tower Stories. I am your host, Jace. And with me today, when he's left alone in his room at home studying his book with his magic dome, we can't bother him on his mental throne, so through the city we are left to roam. If it wants his attention, then I'll need a tome, not like I'll find one under another stone. Don't have time for this as I have an axe to hone, so we'll start now that he isn't prone.
Hey!
Hello, Kilmo.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good to be back on the show. It's been a very long time.
Which is a routine now because it's
every other
like
week.
A month plus between these things with guests. Unless literally everyone is out. It's just the same person over and over again. Which was happening when it was just Kilmo, Rab, and myself and Eric.
Yeah, we were on at least once a month, so we switched it to this. It's more to talk about.
Space it out. Let's give us stuff to talk about. Although we're gone for a bit, so there isn't quite a lot to talk about for what you were doing, unless you would like to explain a bit about the crap you were getting around with. But no need to worry about that. We've got all kinds of time to take care of that throughout the entire night, because we have later on this evening, we had a lovely 2 truths, 1 lie, which Kilmo has been struggling with for the past 24 hours, as well as I have a game set up. Whether it's going to be fun is completely out of the question. It's just gonna be difficult. I'll say it was partially inspired by Sean or Ari. So
I look forward to it.
we'll see how well that one goes. I did have a game for Rab when he was on last time, and he did pretty good. His was way more difficult, I think, than yours, mostly because he doesn't know anything about magic. So you at least have a leg up. So I had to make it a certain level of difficulty here. But as we'll get into things, this is episode 60 for Adjacent with Jace. We're like 20 behind the campaign, and we'll continue to fall behind with any luck.
Yeah, drastically.
Mm-hmm. So, what are your thoughts about this last session we just had? We met the imposters, and there are a lot of witty remarks made.
I was honestly confused at first because we originally had gone into that thinking that they were imposters, and then they got the rebuttal in, and it actually seemed plausible, and then I was confused, but Volred was on top of that, and that was incredible.
Just had to ask the questions that they couldn't answer. Their answers were vague enough and have access to most public knowledge. Like, yeah, anyone would know that Volred was a complete douche, so pretty easy to tell that one. But when it gets to the minutia there, she was bound to slip up eventually. When she answered like the first two little bits, it's like, this may actually be her.
That's what I thought too, and then he caught that one lie. Well, actually,
as it kept going, I was like, nah, it's got to be imposter because there's too much of this chess match. You can kind of have that feel going on. If it was actually a sister, I think it would have worn down to just sibling squabbles at some point.
Yeah, very much so. But it was nice to watch. It was a very good engagement. I really enjoyed that. I wish I could do that, but I am not
just immediately
as proficient.
The first part, it's like, shit, can I just roll for this? Because this is not going to
Yes, that's what I would essentially just ask, because I am not proficient in. I'm not as proficient in note taking as Rab is, nor am I as good at improv as they are, but it was exquisitely done.
Yeah, just standing there, just watching them two.
You would not, based on that interaction alone, you would not think that this was his first campaign.
Nah, that's that genes. It's all in the genes. He's got to deal with Ari a lot, and you got to be quick-witted. And
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like,
you will be in trouble.
That's fair. And yeah,
I'm just sitting there trying to think of like statistically, like, all right, if this guy can cast, he said 7th level casting. All right, so
yeah,
he can dish out this average amount of damage. That gives me this much opportunity. Like, if we focus on me solely, that frees up everybody else. Like, oh, this will be a fun fight. I was excited for the fight that could break out. It's like, oh, the first 2 rounds are gonna be fun.
Yeah. And if I don't pass my counter spell, I'm done.
Just doing that. The first 2 rounds, I'm confident in. After that, well,
unless he dies in the first 2 rounds, we're gonna have some issues.
So I got to point out, I was like, if we all focus on one person, that person goes down. That is the called action economy. I'm not worried about the 2 other people. I basically single-handedly took out their assassin that they sent and their mage they sent with them. Like, I'm effective.
I
things
got you closer.
Yes.
That's
your Calum got me closer.
And I counterspelled. That's it.
Yes. That's everyone fucking teleports away from me. That's my biggest pet peeve. It's like, Just stay near me. Let me hit you.
That's why I love Dimension Door, because I can take a creature that is similar size and I go, here he's all delivery service.
Yay. I was like, I don't need a feat for this. I got Caleb. He's my anti-wizard. I just gotta hit him. I just keep him alive.
I just need to be able to see them.
I just gotta hit him.
I need a robe of eyes. Doesn't that give true sight?
It gives you +5 passive perception, and I think you can see invisible creatures. Maybe I'm not entirely sure about it, but
Either way, it is what it is.
I know that if a bright light's next to you, you're blinded.
Yeah, that's true.
But I was excited for any outcome of that situation. Would have been fun. And now we get to do the other fun part of just potentially murdering his dad, which I was for from the very beginning. So I was right in the end.
Well, honestly, I remember you saying in the very beginning, like, we're going to go murder his dad and then leave. And then
plan, right?
Volred was like, no, we don't want to do that. But we should, but we is on the fence about it. But the barbarian came up with the plan that was going to work out in the end.
That's right. Well, ever since we found out his family was crap, the idea was always in my head, and I always said it was, just go there, take out his entire family, and we'll be done. We'll all be great. And
I
just kind
remember
of narrowed it down to his dad. It's like, it still counts.
I remember us talking at the end of an Adjacent with Jace, where you revealed
My idea that
your theories
Volred's a
on
douche.
Volred was actually an
He's actually a
asshole.
horrible person. It was like, I was right with that one too. It was like, hey.
It was like 2 months before that was actually revealed. I was like, I could see it. And then it was very blatant.
It's like, the other problem is, if I come up with a plan, like the last 2 major sessions we've had, if I'm coming up with a plan, just know that plan is being made as I'm saying it. That's it. I might have thought of it for maybe 5 minutes beforehand while everyone else is talking, but when it's the idea of, let's go in here, do this, and this, that plan was literally just now made. Don't put too much credit behind it. You shouldn't be agreeing with me.
Well, the thing is
Solid structure, but it needs refinement, people.
our problem is putting out an actual plan. We can refine it once it's there, but actually putting it to words and starting to implement it, that's where we have difficulty. So when you come up with the straightforward plan, we start navigating all the different avenues that we need to do, and we'll branch off of that. And that's what we really need. We need someone to be gung-ho and everybody else to navigate what they need to do.
My plan looks like it might be smart. In reality, no. It needs tons of work. Although we are also kind of going with my plan of joining their side.
That was... I don't know if that was what you had said in the beginning. I thought that was
I said we could we should appeal to their idea of them trying to overthrow it. Reveal that we already know that they're an imposter.
Yeah.
And say, we don't like them either. We will help you take care of the situation. That was my plan for it. That's how we should go in. Hey! The conversation part, I have no part of that. I'm just here with 108 hit points, ready to go.
Yeah, that's a little bit more. Hey, Eric. You have a little bit more hit points than I do, unfortunately.
Small amount.
I'm trying to remember what I have. I think I'm under 50.
You got like 57? I
56.
almost have twice as much hit points as you.
I got lucky. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
Max damage, max HP this entire time.
I've rolled 5s and 6s. I've rolled 1-4.
You suck. My HP would be higher if I hadn't rolled the first time. Never again. I'll take 7.
And you can't do fixed either. You have to manually put in the roll.
Well, I've changed it now. You can change it after you do it for the first one.
Oh, so when you level up, it'll do a fixed.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't know that.
Crap. Just have my base roll of 7, plus my 2 plus my 1 for being a hill dwarf, plus my 2, plus 1 for each level that I am from the tough feat, plus my plus 4 constitution. Oh man. I got a lot of HP.
You really want to get coup de grace, don't you?
I got so much HP. It's my only thing I got going for me.
Yeah.
It's important to be alive, is what I've come to. Right. I want to talk a brief moment before we get anything. Unless there's something you want to talk about. Keep that in mind. First question is there anything you want to talk about? While you're doing that, I will talk a brief second about the release of the Unearthed Arcana. We talked a moment beforehand of what it was. And there's a few drastic changes for the druid. By drastic, I mean it changed basically the whole damn thing.
What are they doing?
The wild shape, no longer a thing. What they do, it's similar to what the shifter race can do, where it can get certain aspects. You can use like a primal divinity instead of channel divinity or whatever, and you can use that a number of times, equal your proficiency bonus or something. And you get a form that gives you like attacks and a little extra damage on there. But what it doesn't do is give you your HP bump at all. So your AC slightly changes. You don't have access to any of your spells, and you don't have access to any of your items or class abilities. Yes, slight change in stuff you can like fight with. But your HP is the same as it was before, and you have no resistances, so...
No, thank you.
And a D8 hit die, by the way.
Yeah, no, thank you, because that would just mean things are going to just... There's no point in really doing that anymore.
Yeah, it's not great. That's the base ability, is to do that. For their wild shape has been changed into that thing. It's gross. Doesn't do much. It can get an extra attack off of that, but yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
It's because the subclasses get a bunch of abilities that can do stuff with that primal change ability.
Yeah.
But you can't tank as nearly as well.
Yeah, no.
Or at all. That was the big gripe I had with the druid, just because of that major change there. If they gave it like your HP increases by something plus your druid level times this, or that way you can have a temporary HP bonus.
Yeah.
They don't have that.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah, you would just... There would be no chance, really.
That's about it for the druid. Paladin, its major change. It took the divine smite has a change to it. For one, you can only use it on one attack or turn. You still can use it after you hit, so you don't have to say I'm doing it now. But when you use it, you cannot cast a spell the same turn. And it's 2d8 and one additional d8 for each spell level above level 1. So it's technically 1d8 less.
Yeah.
Or 2d8 less if you count that. They took out the demon.
Undead thing? The undead thing?
Yeah, they took that out.
Okay.
But what they didn't do, or the part they did take out that's beneficial, there's no cap to the spell slot level you can burn for it.
So you can go up to 5 and 6 and 7 if you multi-class.
If you had multi-class, took 2 levels into Paladin to get Divine Smite,
And
as
then
a sorcerer, you can, or a hexblade or a hexblade sorcerer with some paladin in there. Now you can burn those 6th and 7th level spell slots to do a bunch of damage.
ow.
You can. It also states in there now that it's when you make an attack with a melee weapon or an unarmed strike. So you can
Or
punch smite now.
nice.
You can finally
There'll
do
be monk paladins, which actually makes sense. But instead of now using their monk weapons, such as quarterstaffs and stuff, you'll be able to use your fists.
That's all we wanted to do was to punch and smite people.
Yeah, I did it last campaign. Didn't work out so well.
There was an all-around change to the epic level, the level 20 ability. They initially had it to where you got an epic level boon feat. They've now changed it to where you get an ability score increase. You can increase any level, anything 2 plus 2 to any stat you want up to level up to 30. So
Yeah.
you can make any stat over 20 now for that 20th level ability. And you get an epic boon. So they give you 2 things out of it. So it's even more epic, which is great. You'll never get there, so.
Yeah, most campaigns don't do level 20 because of how how difficult it is to balance a fight. You either make it too easy or too hard.
Combat takes either 3 minutes or 8 hours.
That's why at that level, I would be a fan of fudging everything to make it a close fight. Like,
this has gone on too long. The fight is over. You won. Congratulations.
Yeah, or they teleport out, they run, or
everyone had a cool thing they did. We're done.
Yeah. That's what I would honestly do, because let's say we're fighting the final boss that is supposed to be hard, but you're way out leveled. Not anymore. It now has cool new shit, and it does it all the time. And at a certain point, it'll just die. But whenever it happens, probably a cool thematic moment. That's about it.
Yep. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about as far as the Unearthed Arcana. They released some changes to spells as well, like what schools and classes they come into.
Yeah.
There's one more thing for Paladin. They get the Find Steed spell. They get it for free, and they can cast it once per day for free.
Do they get Find Greater Steed earlier?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like a level 5 ability they have now is to get Find Steed.
Because Find Greater Steed is a 17th level ability.
That's a 5th level spell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem.
All you got to do is be a bard.
Yeah. And then you could use the spell steal or whatever it is. I don't remember what it is.
On to some bits of questions here. I asked you, is there anything you wanted to talk about? So, was there anything you wanted to talk about?
Yandere.
You mean Reggie?
All 4 of them. That is an amazing character concept.
That means the other 2 that isn't Yandere also have names.
Yeah, but they are also, like, they're in the back, but they're also not talking to him as much. Reggie's the one who actually, like, advises him and everything. I think that's an amazing thing to do.
I want to know the names of the other ones now, though.
I know.
I only hear about Reggie. I only hear the rest of them.
But, like, I thought as soon as that came about, I was like, that's interesting. And he said something, he had said that all but Spring Yandere has a inhabitant. So Spring is the original, I believe it was.
Spring's the OG.
But yeah, Red apparently pissed off Reggie a lot. That's because he was pissed. Because he got mad at Summer Yandere. But
glad we finally got Knock back, Kilmo. It's just Knock 2.0. I like him.
Yeah, and it's legit. I really like it. That was I was losing my shit at that point. But that's about it.
Just wanted to
Just
make a
wanted to make a
comment
comment about
on
Yandere.
powers. Yeah. All right. On to the first question. It came in from Eric, hot in the stream. How does Kalen plan to investigate the wonkiness that has been happening when he does his rituals? Does he have any theories?
Um, I believe I talked with you about it. Or I may have talked to Eric about it. I don't know. Caleb right now, he is kind of freaking out when it comes to his rituals because they are always out of the past 6 rituals he's done, 5 of them have gone haywire. The previous one that he just did not go awry. But he's probably going to ask Master Valerion because at this point he has no idea what's going on, and it'll probably just end up him going to go talk to Elden Voss because his rituals are strange by nature. No one knows why, but they are not usually deadly, or they're not ever deadly up to this point. But now I've died almost twice because of them.
Save that for when you're awake.
And theories. I think something has latched on to Caleb's ability to cast magic. So the cutscene where I went to the rift and I felt that ominous presence. I think something there has been yanking on it. But that is my current theory. I've had others where I've disproven them, but that is the only theory that I have right now that holds weight.
I got a theory.
Was it?
My
Stop
theory
doing it.
That's a solution. Just stop doing it. Go be a farmer. Solve that problem. Eric is like, I'm not one of those 2 people. There's Ari's comment about being one of the 2 people who do not shit on his character concept. Eric's like, I shit on the concept. My theory is this shit started after a certain rogue assassin had died and was brought back with a ritual which you were quite close to. The following ritual that you first did was with Volred. So the necromancer who had killed Volred is already a worshiper of that death deity or whatever. I think that's related. You did a ritual with someone who already was attached to a cursed individual, and therefore he found a new host to latch onto that he can probably find a way into this shifty realm because now he has someone who likes doing rituals that can bring energies and spirits and call stuff over.
That is a excellent thought process.
You done stuck your hand in the cookie jar one too many times, Caleb.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Um, those are the only two that almost killed me.
I'm like the only one that didn't go crazy was the Milo one.
Yeah, but
We could
that
count the
was
one with the paladin dude where you but that one brought in a herald. I don't know if that counts as going crazy.
that I purposely pulled him in.
Yeah, that could
So
be considered cray cray though.
yes.
Bold move. Probably don't do that again.
But
Question for Calum. As you level, does your dependence on your book lower or increase?
I wouldn't really consider it a dependence, but I've given Malor more free reign. Because he's just out and about at most cases. Just as a fly on the wall, essentially. Because I don't want him to just be trapped in the book the entire time. Because he spent, what, like 200 years trapped inside the book. I'm not going to make him do that any more than I have to. Now that I can manifest him in such a way. But my real, like, dependence, I think it's lessened. Although I believe with the character growth in the next few levels, it will probably be the opposite of that for a little while. Because that's when he gets the really cool shit. And that will become a problem. Maybe, depending on what Eric does. But it'll probably increase at that point.
A couple more failed rituals, you'll be fine. Anyway, let's move on to the 2 truths, 1 lie portion of this lovely episode. Kilmo, it's difficult for you. Your life is an open book. Just no one can read it.
Yeah.
So, would you like to give us a 2 truths, 1 lie? If you say no, I'll disconnect you from the call.
Maybe. Caleb is planning to drag the party to the rift at some point in the near future to try and investigate it.
I'm staunchly against that.
So is Kilmo. Caleb, not so much. Maybe.
This is a poor choice. I'll do it.
Caleb has freely given control over to Malor on occasion. Caleb has considered betraying the party.
All make you seem like quite the douche. So we are right to not trust you. If I were to throw my hat in the I think it's 2 truths, 1 lie for you. Betraying the party is probably a truth. Dragging our ass to the rift is probably a truth. I don't think you've had Malo possess you because he might have. I don't think it was around us. Unless it was those damn pirates. We did get a question that came in here. What would you say are the most important things to consider about Caleb's upbringing and pre-campaign life? this has been quantified with things that people need to know to understand him correctly. You're an orphan.
Yes, but I would say that something that would help you understand Caleb more is because of the fact that he was an orphan and he grew up in that type of environment where he was a burden on everybody. He, well, not really a burden to everybody, but in that, he has learned that chosen family is often the strongest bonds. Because those that are closest to him that he chooses to consider family are those who would be able to trust the most.
Okay.
I don't know if that's...
Keep your secrets. Okay. It's good. 2 truths, 1 lie. Gotta admit. But now it's time for the fun part. This is a fun game you can play at home. Well, you play along with us while we do this lovely game here. But rule number 1 for this upcoming game: no D&D Beyond. Turn that shit off. Using your mind here. It's partially inspired by Ari.
I'm going to have the notepad up so I can write down what you say.
Okay.
Actually, you can just type it in Jason with Jace. Because I'm probably going to have to read it over.
I will repeat the question because I actually can't put it in Jason Jace because it messes up my Discord thingy. So you're going to have to listen to what I say. And I will repeat the questions. So there's a comment here. It said, bloodshed amongst friends on the field of battle is thicker than the water that flows through the room. Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
On to the first bit. This will be a quiz to see how much you know about the wonderful game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. There's a lot of stuff that's come up. Also, a little bit about our campaign, if you think into that, about both our current one and our previous ones. First question. I would like you to name all the officially released D&D classes in 5th edition.
Officially? Is that including Critical Role? Because that is official?
If it was published in an official D&D book.
So I would say yes, because they made that campaign guide.
They made Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, which is an official one.
Which
and they
didn't...
made Call of the Netherdeep. So if there are classes, not subclasses, classes in that one, then you can count them.
Yeah, I would think Blood Hunter's in there. Blood Hunter, Fighter, Paladin, Barbarian, Warlock, Wizard, Sorcerer, Druid, Monk, Cleric. Feel like I'm forgetting one, but I don't think I am. Wait, Artificer.
Mm-hmm.
That's in there. Whoa, I didn't say Rogue or Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. I think those are the only official ones.
I'll say that Blood Hunter is not an official D&D class.
Okay.
It was not released in either the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount or the Call of the Netherdeep.
I thought it was.
Nope.
Well, was I correct on the rest? Did I miss any?
Did you say bard?
No, I did not.
Forgot the bard.
I forgot 3 classes that we had.
Yeah.
Artificer,
The
Rogue, and
Artificer,
Bard.
Rogue and bard. You blitzed through there. Aria's like, I'm offended.
If I had written them down, I may have gotten
You
it,
can
but
write
probably
them
not.
down. You can write your answer down.
I've played all classes. Don't even go there.
The 3 ones you forgot. Well, yeah. Okay, so you did okay. We'll give you. I'm actually not. I will give you 1 point for everyone you got, and then subtract a point for saying Blood Hunter.
Okay.
So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you got 11 points for that one. Good job. These aren't official points anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Next question for everyone, lovely people at home. What classes have a subclass that uses psionic energy dice? What are their classes? Bonus points if you could tell me the names of those classes, subclasses.
I know Rogue has one. I think it's something knife. Or that might be one of his abilities, mind knife or whatever. I don't know. But I know the Rogue has one.
I'll say it does start with an S.
Psionic dice.
Psionic energy dice.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Warlock, since that is no. I don't think Warlock has it. Because I don't really know much about the psionic classes, subclasses.
Hint, because they all suck and no one plays them.
Can you give me a hint of how many there are?
These all came out at the same time. There was more than one, less than 4.
Okay.
Each one has a different hit die.
All right. So Rogue has a D8, so it's probably a D10. I'm gonna go with Paladin.
Okay, so the correct answers for this one are you have the Rogue and Soul Knife.
Knife. I got the
Soul Knife. You have the knife, and you said something knife. It's like, it does start with an S, but it's Soul Knife. And it is the fighter with the Psy Warrior.
Yeah.
There was an additional subclass that came out at the exact same time. It was the Aberrant Mind Sorcerer, but it does not use psionic energy dice. It just has psionic energy spells, so it would not have qualified for this. But you got one of the classes right, so we'll get you a point for that.
Do I get a half point for saying knife?
No, you do not.
Damn it.
Because you picked Paladin for a psychic class, subclass. Like, why would you pick Paladin?
We could probably make it work.
Okay. On to the next question. The Eldritch Knight is a fighter that casts spells and uses their intelligence modifier to do so. But what modifier does the Arcane Archer use?
Wisdom.
Final answer?
Well, That's Arcane Archer is a fighter subclass.
Yes.
I'm going to. Yes, I'm going to stick with my initial answer.
Going with wisdom. That is incorrect. The answer is
Dex?
intelligence.
Okay, so it's both.
I worded it specifically that way to see if I could trick you. But it worked.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. All right. So, on to the next question. Question number 4. What is the penalty for wearing full plate if you are proficient but have a strength score of 10?
I believe your speed is reduced. I don't know by how much. And I think it makes it to where people have advantage when attacking you.
I will give you half a point. Their speed is reduced by 10 feet. They have no other penalty. If they weren't proficient in the armor, they would not be able to cast spells, and creatures would have advantage to attack them. But the only negative for wearing plate armor or not meeting the strength requirement for an armor is your speed is reduced by 10. This is why dwarves are heavily coveted, because their speed cannot be reduced due to armor.
So Caleb could wear full plate.
You could,
but
your speed would be reduced by 10, and you wouldn't be able to cast spells.
But if I get the feat that makes him proficient in heavy armor,
yeah, that would be a way of doing it.
Because then my AC would go to 18.
Plate is 18. That is correct. On to the next question. Get you half a point there. Let me mark that down so we can keep the official count. What is the second highest base armor right below plate armor? What is its AC score? Those are up for 2 points. The name of the next armor and what the AC value is. See, these are the questions I would ask for, like, Ari in his, because he does quizzes about people's the classes and stuff. It's like for bonus stuff. Like,
yeah,
I got some good questions. This is the dumb shit that I know.
Half plate is medium armor, right?
Half plate is medium armor.
So it's the one above that, because the half plate is the highest tier of the medium armor, and then so you go full plate.
I would give you a clue that this is a quiz about all of our campaigns as well.
Oh.
But it's for 5th edition.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. I'll give
value
16.
Let's take a look here. That is both incorrect.
And it's 17.
The AC value is 17, and it's called Splint Mail.
Yeah, I could not think of that name.
This was the armor that Kelder had for the longest time in the campaign until
Omlik gave him plate.
Yeah.
Everything Kelder had, Omlik gave him.
And now I'm paying it back to you. Got every spell you got's from me, dude.
Yep.
Okay, so no points for that one, unfortunately. I hope everyone at home is doing well in this test. I hope
Eric's doing good.
Here, Eric's probably getting like none of these. On to the next question. At what level does a warlock get their 3rd spell slot?
Um,
Ari said, "You're making him pay for stuff though. Like I'm making him pay for mail, and
that's
rarely is
fair.
that."
Only once. Um, answer me this: do warlocks get a fourth slot or only three?
Warlocks get more than 3.
Okay.
I will throw in a little fun fact: Warlocks get more 5th level spell slots than any class.
Nice.
Come back on a short rest. Ain't that something?
Oh yeah. I will do ninth level.
Incorrect.
By how
This
far?
is
By
what
how
we
much?
call- They get at level 11. They gotta wait a long ass fucking time for that 3rd spell slot.
When do they get their fourth?
16, I think. And they get a 5th pack slot as well. So they get 5 5th level spells that they can cast.
And then they get those invocation things, for higher level stuff.
Mystic Arcanum.
Yeah.
Those are okay. On to the next question. Oh, this is a good one. What are the names of the schools of magic? And I'll give you a bonus point if you can name the school of magic that's in an official book but not categorized as a school of magic.
Okay, for the wizard, um, um, yeah, I'm gonna have to write this down. Uh, enchantment, illusion, evocation, necromancy, divination. I'm just gonna go with there's war war wizard, I think it's called, or war mage. Um, I'll get back to the other ones. Uh, fuck am I? Trying to remember the name of what I am.
I will give you a hint. I did not say wizard subclasses. I said schools of magic.
Oh, okay. Then I will get rid of war mage. Um,
Sorry, laugh. What the fuck am I? I don't know. What are you?
I don't remember my
Some another
subclass.
scribe wizard or something.
Yeah, Book of Scribes.
Order.
Order of Scribes. Um,
You're missing 3 of the regular ones. Well, I'm upset.
Abjuration.
That's my favorite one right there. So you didn't say my favorite one.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that I have shit memory, so I can't remember anything. Chronomancy. Are you saying official?
It's an official school of magic, but it's not categorized as a school of magic. Chronomancy is close. It is not called that, though.
I don't think I'm going to be able to.
This is the thing that brings stuff from one place to another.
I know there's Transmutation.
One main one remaining.
I can't think of it at the moment. I know there's one other one with gravity.
We mentioned a spell today that is of the school.
What spell?
It's the one that we worked together to cast because you weren't available for it. Dimension Door. What school of magic is Dimension Door?
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember the names of all of them. I don't know. Oh, I'm done.
Conjuration is the act of
Oh, yeah.
one thing to another.
Didn't I say that, though?
I didn't have conjuration. Yeah, you started off with what was it? Like evocation, enchantment. Conjuration is the only one.
I thought I said conjuration after evocation. I have it written down.
Oh well, then we'll count it. Put it on the books. Chat says you did it. So I read. The bonus school of magic, is the unofficial one, is Dunamancy.
Dunamancy.
That's good. Oh, you got all those except for the bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ocho things. We got 3 more questions left. Let's get through these real quick. Which of these class features never comes back on a short rest? Action Surge, Wild Shape, Sorcery Points, Key Points, Bardic Inspiration, Second Wind, Pack Slots.
Pack slots? What's that?
That is the Warlock spellcasting. They don't have, technically don't have spell slots. They have pack slots.
Oh, that comes back. Read them off to me again.
Action Surge, Wild Shape, Sorcery Points, Key Points, Bardic Inspiration, Second Wind, and Pack Slots.
We go with Action Search is one of them. And did you say there's more than one?
I said which of these features never comes back on a short rest?
I would say Action Surge and Second Wind.
Does not come back on a short rest.
Correct.
That is very incorrect. Both of those come back on a short rest.
Action Surge does?
Yes.
I don't remember
that. This had a small trick question into it, though, based off of certain levels. Bardic Inspiration does not come back on a short rest until level 5. That's why I had to put never comes back, because at level 5 you then are able to get them back with Font of Inspiration. But Sorcery Points do not come back on short rests.
Okay.
That's why one reason sorcerers kind of suck. So Action Surge and Second Wind are both short rest ones.
That's also why you multi-class into Warlock.
Yeah, that's where you get the coffee lock.
Yep.
On to the next question. Question number 9. Which is the higher level spell and bonus points for each level you get correctly? If you tell me the spell level. Maze and Prismatic Spray. Which is the higher level spell, and what level spell are they?
Maze, I believe, is either 8 or 9. Prismatic Spray, I'm thinking. I think Prismatic Spray is a 7th level spell. I'm going to go with 9 on Maze.
So you're saying Maze is higher, Maze is level 9, and Prismatic Spray is level 7.
Yes, because I also think I looked into Maze, and I think it's crap.
I love Maze. It's fun.
Was that correct?
Correct answer is Maze is the higher level spell, but it is level 8, not level 9. Prismatic Spray is level 7. So,
Okay.
2 points. 2 points for Caleb. On to the last question. This question is worth a whopping 10 points or 1,000 points. That doesn't matter. The points don't matter. What is Izal's go-to drink? That look on your face. Here, put milk.
No, wasn't that Gorback?
Yeah, this is Gorbek's go-to drink.
Um,
The sweetest of milk. Sorry. Comes from a nut.
I don't know. I thought he's always tried the local special, but I may be wrong.
Or Crag. I was reading.
No, that's Kelder. I don't remember what she really gets. So I'm going to.
Aaron is Sky Scorcher 5. Sky Scorcher 5.
I'm gonna go with probably the house special, but I don't think that's correct.
Oh, Reuben. Okay.
Ah,
It is not the house special. I've never ordered a house special for a drink. Izal's go-to drink is she will routinely order mead. Something you have to pay attention, much like ducks and their love of bread.
but yeah, we always know that Red orders cognac because he's routinely done that and made it a staple. But
You got cognac out of it.
Yeah.
Very well done. Let's get your point total here, though.
Garbage.
11 points for question 1. 1 point for the second one. It's 12. None for that one. None for that. We got half a point. 12.5 so far. On to the next one. Nothing. And up to 11 points for this next one. No, that's a spell slot level. Never mind. 12.5. Got 8 schools of magic, so that's 20.5. And you got the maze question correct for 2 more points. 22.5.
hey,
I feel like I should take away that 0.5 just to.
I would agree with that.
22.
22.
Congratulations, you've worked your way down here all the way to the bottom. That wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Difficult quiz. Congratulations. I made you think and work for it.
Oh yeah. I have no issues thinking. I thought it was fun. I like those quizzes.
All right, Kilmo, do me one final favor as we wrap it all up. Could you roll me a D percentile? And let's get this party finished up here.
71.
71 on this Wild Magic Surge chart gives us a grand total of you gain a resistance to all damage for the next minute. Ooh.
Yes.
You're gonna need
I
it.
need it.
You got so little hit points. You got made out of paper mache.
I would like to challenge these all to a duel. I might actually still fail.
The math doesn't add up, right? Because that at best puts your max HP with resistance to like 113.
I still have polymorph.
I'm going to hit you every time. You're probably more if you have to I gotta concentration checks over and over again.
I'll probably be able to attack you once.
I'm just gonna beat the hell out of you. All right, well that's it for this show. So thank you all for coming. I really have to go, and I hope you liked watching this really crappy show. So please like, follow, subscribe is what I'm supposed to say. And as always, we will see you next Tuesday. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you all. Bye.
Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wonder. Louder we sing, no there is no cure.